Hi there. This week I'd like to go over emotional maturity and how we can cultivate that. I'm just going to read you off the definition. I'm going to start with emotional intelligence first. And that is the ability to recognize, understand, and effectively manage emotions in both ourselves and others. It involves being aware of our emotions, controlling our impulses, showing empathy, and building strong relationships. So, having said that, let's go on to emotional maturity. And that refers to our ability to respond to situations and challenges in a balanced and constructive manner. It is closely linked to our self awareness, self regulation, and our personal growth. So, how do we start with that? Well, first, let's develop our self awareness. And develop our self awareness is to understand our own emotions, to see them, to know our triggers and our patterns of behavior. And ways that we can do that is through journaling. A lot of times that is a first great start way to start with this, because some people don't even know where to start. I didn't, that was for sure. And then we need some feedback from those that we trust. Sometimes you may need a little bit more help with that, with a therapist or a coach, somebody like myself that can give you that feedback. And then we can practice our own mindfulness so that we can understand where we're going from there. And that is our very first start. Now, all these things build on each other, so that's the great part about it. And then we can start with our self regulation. Oh, that's the first one, where we don't act so impulsively, where we don't just respond with the first thing that comes to our head. First, we just need to pause. And then once we've done that, if we've been journaling so that we have our self-awareness to know what triggers us, things like that, we can step away from it. Now, sometimes you're right in the middle of a conversation and some of these things may trigger. You may just have to let them know that you need to move away from the situation just for a little bit. And a lot of times when we're alone and we get our own triggers and things like that, we can, for just a little bit until we really get good at this, we call it distract ourselves. And that means to go do some exercise, to go do something fun that you love to do, things like that. I know it's distraction, but you're in the process of healing, and so things don't come all at once. Now, the next thing we need to do is to cultivate empathy. Now, I know that may seem so simple, but if you haven't been taught, it really isn't. Some people haven't been taught these things because you usually learn these while you're younger, when your parents say, well, why don't you think about it from the other person's point of view? I always say to think about it if they were walking in their shoes. And a great way to start this is to actively listen, to be really in the moment with them, to listen to every word that they're saying so that you get a deeper understanding of where they're coming from. And that way you can respond to them with compassion. And that's a great way to start with that. Now, over time, you'll need to learn different techniques. You can do that with books. You can do that with a therapist, a coach, somebody like that if you need a lot of help in that where you have no idea what to do. And that's okay. Don't think that it's not okay. You just haven't been taught. The next thing we want to do is to enhance our communication skills. Once again, these things all build on each other. So once you've learned what you're feeling, why you're feeling that way after journaling, things like that, and then you've learned how to self-regulate your emotions a bit, and after you've learned how to empathize with others, then you can build on your communication skills. Now, you can do this once again through actively listening, but you also need to learn how to express yourself assertively. I know that can be hard for some of us because you just, because of the trauma that you've gone through, you just want to stay in the background. Well, you need to let people know how you feel, where you stand in situations, so that there's no confusion. And this is actual emotional maturity, and it's okay. You'll have to step out of your comfort zone for part of this, especially on being assertive for yourself, because you need to stand up for yourself and let others know how you want to be treated. So that's a great way to start with that, and it's okay to be scared. All of this is okay to be scared. Now, the next thing we need to do is to foster your personal growth. This is where you take an interest in your own self, where you actually foster that by reading books. Investing in yourself is what this is all about. And it will be something that you do from now on, because you can always grow emotionally and you can always help yourself emotionally. And once you learn how to grow in maturity and have that emotional maturity, you'll have much better relationships with others. You'll be able to solve problems a lot better. And it's just a great thing to have. And once again, this doesn't happen overnight, but it happens faster than you think if you take the time to do it and you take the time to invest in yourself. Now, I hope these help. If you have any questions, be sure to reach out. Go out there and have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.